Look in your garbage right now and take a moment to realize how much plastic fills it, and I can guarantee you that it takes up most of your garbage, just like it does with everyone. If I was just to look around my room, I have containers of plastic everywhere, and it's insane the amount of plastic that we use in our everyday lives. It is the most common and the most dangerous because of the harmful effects that it has on our environment, but students, especially at URI, should opt for more reusable and recyclable resources instead of using plastic. And we use plastic because it's all around us every day, and it's affordable, it's durable, it's easy to make, easy to buy. But according to researchers at Kent University, production of plastics growth averaged 8.7% per year from 1950 to 2012, booming from 1.7 million tons in 1950 to 335 million tons in 2016. And that is crazy because that is a crazy amount of plastic that is just sitting in our landfills. But another reason why we use it all the time, it's affordable and easy to attain. A plastic bag costs about 1 penny to make, whereas a cardboard or paper bag costs up to 5 cents. And when these big companies are mass producing cardboard boxes or paper boxes, whatever, plastic, they're not thinking about what's better for the environment. They're thinking about what's cheaper, what's the cost. So obviously they're going to opt to use plastic over more recyclable resources because they just care about the cost. It's also, plastic is durable, it's waterproof, it doesn't rip, whereas paper rips and it's not waterproof, and it's just not a fit candidate for everyday use. Plastic is also easier to transport due to its durability and its shape, and because it's so durable, this is the main reason as to why it is so harmful for our environment, because it sits in landfills and it takes millions and millions of years for the plastic to fully decompose. Also, for our campus specifically, and all college campuses, it's much easier to use plastic, one, for the cost, two, because they're durable, and especially in Corona, we can't really sit down and use like reusable silverware and plates and stuff, so they're gonna give you plastic. So here, when you go to the dining hall, they give you a plastic container with plastic silverware and a plastic bag. And the amount of waste that causes for our campus is insane. If you look in the garbages outside of any of the dining spots, it's filled to the brim with plastic, always filled. And although sometimes they use cardboard, it doesn't even balance out the insane amount of plastic that we use. But plastic is harmful for a plethora of reasons. One, the most important being that it's non-recyclable. Only 8% of plastic is recycled, while as the other 92% sits in landfills to rot and decompose for millions of years. And when they decompose, it gives off harmful CO2 fumes, which hurt the environment. And we all know about global warming and how plastic plays a role in it, but just to explain, the ozone layer protects our Earth from the sun's UV rays, and the CO2 emissions deplete the ozone layer, so the rays come to Earth way more powerful now, and they melt stuff like ice caps and glaciers, and that causes floods, and it hurts environments and all of that. Also, the CO2 emissions can cause long-term health issues. Researchers at the German Cooperative Health Lab found that air pollution due to CO2 emissions can cause type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular diseases. This being because obviously it's in the air, and when you breathe it in, it can go straight to your bloodstream, and it can affect things such as your heart and your lungs. But there's a bunch of ways we can kind of trying to stop the whole plastic use. You can use reusable Tupperwares and tins, especially reusable water bottles. I know that everybody, or most people have a reusable metal water bottle, and it's just, you fill it up, you bring it everywhere. It's so much easier than buying cases and cases of water bottles that you're just gonna throw out. In addition to this, we can also opt out of using plastic bags. The dining hall gives you plastic bags whenever you get food, but they also have the option to use a reusable cloth bag that you can take to and from your dorm, which is honestly a really good move. But also make sure to always recycle. There's recycling bins outside of most of the dining spots on campus, and it's really not that hard just to put your container in the right place. But overall, plastic waste is a huge problem for our environment, and it's not stopping anytime soon. And we have to do everything we can right now to make sure that we can make the earth better for our future, because if we don't, the planet will eventually become inhabitable, and that's just inevitable. But make sure to recycle, opt for reusable materials, and waste as little as you possibly can.